Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
It's the Bear Element.
We're back.
We're back. How handsome everybody is.
Wow, it's been a while.
Look at those beards.
The quarantine beards.
The quarantine beards. I'm doing my own hair. I'm shaving. I have to do it every day.
It must
Keep
be
it up.
difficult.
I need to buy a shaver.
Everybody's already bought them. They're gone.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I went and had a haircut right. It was basically the week that the lockdown started. So I'm still in okay shape, but could definitely use some cleanup.
I actually like it. I like it a lot, Tim.
Looks good.
Great.
Thank you.
Is
I'm
that
really
all
pleased
natural
with the
color?
way that it. Oh yeah, I'm really pleased with the way that it is. I wish it would stay this way, but that's not going to happen.
It's not sugar. I'm 100% gray. So any color is actually a dye. So
It's leaving.
I'm like Santa Claus.
Looks
So
good.
you are dyeing it.
Yeah, I go through phases where I'll dye it and I'll not dye it and just however I feel.
Uh-huh.
But you have good natural color.
Thanks.
No gray at all, Wolf?
There's white in the beard. It just doesn't show up right now.
Lucky.
But there are white strands here and there.
There you go. So it's been 6 years?
I guess.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mhm.
6 years? From the Castro? We were in the Castro.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys remind me when I have that video of the decision for the Supreme Court? Which one was that? Was that sodomy?
Are you thinking of the one where they allowed marriage?
Maybe that was.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I think that was a nationwide.
Was it Proposition
marriage.
19 or something?
I don't know. I'm surprised. I didn't in the video. I didn't actually document exactly what it was. I just said we're celebrating the Supreme Court decision in the Castro. That's all I have.
That was our last one?
No, that was just a little video that I took when we were in the middle of filming or recording a podcast.
Oh,
in
nice.
Castro. But I didn't document it well. I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Clay?
This is ADD overload for me. It's like there's all these people up here.
There's 5. There's
What?
only 5.
Huh?
There's only 5.
There's only 5, and one of them's you.
Can you turn up your mic a little bit, Clay?
I guess I'd have to sit closer. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Settings.
Can you use
Audio
Little desk mic.
There you go. Okay. All right. So you want to do a catch up? Let's catch up. This is exciting. We haven't seen each other in a long time.
Very exciting. I'm very happy to be here. Very good to see everybody.
Yeah, I've had a breakup, a few dates. Obviously, Wolf is in a polyamorous thing going on.
Wolf, when did that
You have
start?
a new boyfriend, right? Ron?
No. Which one?
More than once for the 6 years.
No. Yeah, still single, dating around, but nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tim has some news. I don't know if you know.
No.
Oh no, you know my news.
Oh,
I don't know.
I tell you.
I'm assuming Clay and Wolfgang know. I don't know about that because. What are we?
Clay, what's going on over there?
Well, we were talking about dating and partners. I was trying to get mine's attention, but too busy.
Napping at me.
Yeah, I know. Why is she snapping at? Is she watching Drag Race again?
Are we going to call you Ronaldo from now on, Ron? Or
Just for today. I don't know.
Oh, yes. Are we here to talk about loving partners and loveliness?
Hi, loveliness.
Yeah. Do you know of any?
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
Here, we can hear them.
How you doing there?
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
I'm good.
Hey
How
there.
are you guys doing?
Good. You're welcome.
You guys
anytime.
left San Francisco, and you sold the house with the guys
5 years
from
ago.
upstairs,
Yeah.
and you bought a condo in Oakland.
Oakland. Yep.
Yeah, how's that going?
Pretty good. Huh? Pretty good. At first, I was a little like, oh. I mean, because I I lived in a pretty nice area in San Francisco, but
Well.
as you know, Vito. Yeah, well, you had to climb the hill, but
Oh my God. That hill, literally like this.
pretty much, yeah, it was
I'm
more
not
than
exaggerating.
45.
And going back down to the bus after you were drinking.
What neighborhood was that?
Like the tail end of Noe Valley, 30th and Noe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at 25th in San Jose.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, not too far.
not too far at all.
Yeah.
I
I was on the flat version though.
Yeah, we were up there near Billy Goat Hill, right across the street. So
It was beautiful. They had a beautiful view of that church.
yeah, on Church Street, sure. Yeah,
I was posted
Sister
in
Act Church.
Markham and Hyde. Did you ever live in the city? Yeah, I went and visited you in the city, Wolf.
Yeah, I think so. I can barely remember it, but yeah, I lived in the city. Then I lived in San Jose for about 3 years. Then last year, I moved up to Portland.
Portland.
Yeah, I'm in
Nice.
Portland.
Except for the no
Part of
sun thing.
That Pacific Northwest diaspora, everybody's going up either there or they're going down to Palm Springs.
Yeah, I have like
Because we're
10
getting-
people that I know in in Portland.
Because we're getting younger.
So
Well, I
Okay,
actually,
well, Bill's going to make us a, was it a
shepherd's pie.
shepherd's pie for dinner
Ooh.
and
Say some
and
for us.
orange creamsicle pie for dessert.
Ooh.
That's for you.
So
if I'm not eating it, I
Not
don't
that we
care.
need any of
he,
this.
he, need, he needs to go. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Virtual shit. See, what we could do maybe next time is ship things to each other so we could all have it at the same time.
Okay.
There you
Is
go.
that a good
There you
idea?
go. Yeah.
Is that a good
Sure.
idea? Okay,
Why
Well,
not?
we can make little pasties and we can send them out.
there you go.
Pasties?
Well,
If you'll
Tim,
petition
tell us about your partner so we can move on to where we're all moved to.
Okay. Well, I started getting, I think, into the relationship with James when we had started the podcast. I think that all came about around the same time. Had some really, really great years together, and he ended up passing May 14th of last year. So, yeah, it's been tough.
I've
So,
known him way before, like over 20 years.
well, yeah, you were like, he was part of like the crew of people when you first came out down in San Diego, right?
Down in LA and San Diego. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Known him for a long time with his ex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very sad. Oh well. It's been a while now, though. It's a couple years now.
Since he passed?
Yeah.
No,
Not even a year.
It'll be a year in like a little more than 2 weeks.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought it was longer than that.
How you doing, Tim?
I'm okay. I've been fighting for a long time against having to take some antidepressants. I'd been really active in like trying for my healing, like pushing through my grief and like doing things that I knew that were good for me, and namely like spending time with friends, making new friends, stuff like that, just staying social because I knew it was going to be a whole lot better than just staying home. And I was on a really good path, and then all the virus shit started, which, I couldn't do the things anymore that I was, getting a lot of, healing from, I guess. So
Distractions.
Yeah. So,
And then I brought it up again. So there you go.
Well, I think that this group has kind of been funny. It's been serendipitous, just saying, hey, do you want to get back together? And, hopefully this is a whole new and old, but new again, outlet.
What's up with Zoom security? They let freaking anybody in here.
There is no security.
He's cute
What?
at least.
What?
There is no security.
Surprise, guys!
Hey, Vito, Tim.
I asked Dave to interject himself in just for fun.
Yeah, I'm like a
Okay.
guest star. I'm making cameos like I used to make cameos with you guys. Like when you'd call me and you'd be like, "Oh my God, Tim broke his everything on a bike. We need someone to fill in for Tim." I'm like, "All right, sure."
I was thinking about doing cat. I was thinking about doing like all the. I'm like, no, we'll just do one person.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm honored. I'm honored. And, I'm doing Zooms every 5 seconds right now, like everybody else. So it's like, when you ask me, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll just slot you in, because I feel like I'm just always, which is funny because there was I'm probably more social in quarantine than I ever was before that, because suddenly everyone wants to talk on video conferencing. It's just really funny.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, welcome. We're just talking about and catching up.
Awesome. I did today. I briefly reviewed the podcast I did with you guys, because I was like, do I remember? Like, I couldn't even remember when this was. I guess it was 2013.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
12 and 13. Yeah.
Everybody looks good.
Thanks.
A little gray.
You too.
Thank you.
A little grayer. Yeah, I guess that's how it works.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, where are you?
I'm in San Francisco.
Okay.
Are you still in that same apartment?
I'm at Church and Market, yeah.
And how's the homeless situation there?
It's okay now. It was rough for a while. I think it's better than it was, for sure. I think when that building finally opened, where Home Restaurant used to be, I think that really made a difference. When the construction started there, it made a big difference. And so yeah, it's been okay. It's I never wanted to complain about it too much, but it was also like, it just came in very fast. Like, you know what I mean? One day this wasn't a sketchy neighborhood, and then like overnight it became a sketchy neighborhood. What happened?
Clay, you're sharing your screen.
Clay's being a smart ass.
Security!
I don't think I know Ronaldo. Do I?
No, I'm Ron. Hi.
Hi, I'm Dave. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm just Ronaldo for today.
As he
What
has
does that mean?
his Mexican Aigüe shirt on.
Oh, I see.
Aigüe. It means,
Aigüe.
oh my God.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to go through, so real quick. So I moved from San Diego, San Francisco. That's when I did the 69 Bearcats, and then started this one, the Bear Element. And then I went from there, broke up, and then moved back down to SoCal and Orange. And then back to La Habra for a little while, and then a year in Palm Springs for a contract.
I remember that.
I'm back in La Habra.
Okay.
And I'll probably move again.
What's La Habra?
God damn it.
La Habra is in Orange County.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find something to put over my computer because the sun's reflecting off it now. And like blinding me.
Okay.
Gotta have something here that I can.
Then we found out what Wulf's story is. Clay's story. Ron, where are you physically at?
I'm in Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz proper? Like by the water?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I might moved down here maybe 3 years ago. I just kind of wanted to get. I've been coming down here a lot with a friend who lived in Watsonville for the past, 8 years. And after a while, I just thought, I like it here. And I figured I'd try it out. I thought maybe it'd be a little too slow, but I actually like it quite a bit. And so now I'm working at several of the hospitals around here.
Cool. Were you impacted by the fires?
No, they had one fire in the Santa Cruz Mountains, but it was like a week. It wasn't that bad over here at all.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. Thankfully.
I just remember a few of those down in San Jose.
Yeah.
Have you been to the mystery spot?
I have. It's very strange.
I love it.
I do too.
I never had the chance to go. Darn it.
Never been.
It's so worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Is
odd.
it though?
It's odd. It explains a lot about Santa Cruz.
It's also a great thing to do when you have people in town who have already done like Alcatraz and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just think it's kind of fun. You go out in the woods and it's like weird and it's ridiculous, but it's hilarious and fun.
Yeah.
I see those bumper stickers. No one does bumper stickers really anymore, and there's still those mystery spots.
Yes, you're right. That's a thing for sure.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. And you're in you were kind of working for Apple, but like in a contract or something?
Yeah, I was. I remember if I started my other job. I started working at another tech company as a full-time employee. Yeah, and I've been there 4.5 years now. So I'm living in South. I'm almost in Morgan Hill. I'm not far south. In San Jose. Lived in Mountain View for a year before I've been down here. It's almost 2 years that I've been down here.
Have you been in the new Apple building, the round one?
No,
No? Oh.
no, I didn't. I haven't worked there. That opened
I drove by.
after I
I
had
was
worked
like,
there.
hey, girl.
You know, it's funny how our lives all kind of crisscross a little bit because Bill, you know, Wolfie, you're up in Portland. Bill has a lot of friends that moved to Portland. And then, you know, Ron, you're down in Monterey County area working in Salinas. That's where Bill's family's from.
Yeah.
And we drive. Bill was going back and forth like every 2 weeks like clockwork. Unfortunately, about 3.5 years ago, his brother died suddenly. He had I always say aneurysm, but I think it was an embolism, one of the two, but it was just like that. And so Bill's been taking care of his elderly parents. So literally every 2 weeks he's been going back and forth, and I would join him sometimes, and sometimes more, you know, get the emergency calls, you know, and his mother's health declined rapidly, and she just passed away in October. And on the way down, the weekend before she passed, on the way down, we found out in the car driving down 880 that his dear friend that we had just visited not too many months before, he passed away suddenly.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just crazy. You know, there's all these things, and like you're saying, Tim, you know, what you went through, and you're living in that southern part of San Jose. A lot of people don't realize that the San Jose city limit starts way south on the 101, you know. There's like a golf course is the last thing that you see when you leave the San Jose County line or the San Jose city limits down there.
Yeah, Coyote Creek, I think.
Yeah, and it's just as our lives changed with this whole shelter in place. We had just moved his dad into a care facility 5 miles up the road here. If we were going to try to manage, you know, because he has dementia, and trying to manage that from 100 miles away, life was crazy enough before. We would literally be insane at this point.
Are we going to start talking about our medications now?
Please no.
Oh, yeah. I have my list.
Oh my God.
Wait, let's talk about our bowel habits first.
I don't know if we have the time. That could be really long.
This group is full of shit. That's all I got.
Oh, I forgot to get a cocktail. That would be.
But you didn't hear that from me.
Loosen up at the end there. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So what else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, where's the gossip? I want the gossip.
The gossip.
I don't know.
I'm not used to.
I'm not one to gossip. Let me get my file out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that like broken down by municipality.
I did see on your Facebook, Clay, that you've been managing going through some pile of hoarding that, right?
Yep. Bill affectionately calls it my emotional support pile.
When I
I
first
wish I had
Clay,
someone living here to make me do that, because living alone in a studio, it just fills up with clutter, and there's nobody to like yell at me about it. So,
well, that was my life before I met him. But you know, after 9 years of constant like, do you need this? Do you need this? You know.
yeah.
Are you still have a thing for bags?
I refuse to answer that question. Gossip may incriminate me.
So that's a yes.
He's got a bag thing. He loves bags.
What kind of bags?
Yes.
Shopping bags.
Paper bags. Actually, if we're going to have Halloween this year, I think I might take all of our now useless reusable bags and make a bag lady costume and have them draping over the arms. You know, so when you lift your arms up, it's just all hanging bags.
Is that your goddess? Like your idea of the perfect woman, full of bags and dripping with.
Haven't spent a lot of time in the last few decades thinking about my perfect woman, but I'll get back to you on that, Ron.
I hope we can actually, go to Halloween parties this year. I don't know. I
Right?
keep hearing it's going to get better, and then it's going to get worse. And I'm
It's
like,
a mystery.
my big wish now is that there's a window between round 1 and round 2 where I can get on a plane to visit my parents, because they live in Nashville. I never see them, and I really just kind of want to check in on them. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know when it's going to be safe to fly or whatever. But like, in my dream, there's like going to be a lull between, whatever comes next, and we're going to be able to like get on a plane for like a month or something. I don't know.
Have you been able to
I
get
hope
them to
so.
do any video, Dave?
What's that? Oh yeah, no, I've been doing video with them, but like, I've gotten really used to visiting them probably 4 times a year, just kind of, and trying to help them out with errands and just stuff like that. And what can you do 4 times a year, right? But I mean, it's like, it's just, there ends up always being something, you know what I mean? Whether it's just some heavy lifting or,
Even
just
if you
whatever.
just want to say hi, yeah. I mean, my mom lives in Ohio too, and I usually go once or twice a year, and I've been thinking the same. It's nice just to go and see them in person, like.
And I will admit that outside of the pandemic, I've been like, over the last few years, I've been like, going to Nashville is such a pain in the ass, And now I'm like, oh my God, I really want to go to Nashville and see my parents. So
I noticed the little shift there.
yeah.
Well,
I think
there's an app. If you have anybody that's technically challenged, there's an app called House Party, and it's really
Okay.
easy to use. If they
For like a group
include
conference or
Apple
whatever?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
and it's both platforms. You hit House Party, and you can play games. Like, we play games with my niece, word games and draw games, and you can have the different people come up just like this. Very similar.
Yeah, I should maybe empower my parents to use that, because we've been doing Zoom 3 weeks in a row, and it's mixed results, the success. Sometimes we can't see mom, but we can hear her, and then we're like, oh my God, mom.
Hello? Are you there?
Hello? Yeah.
Can you see me? Can you see me, honey?
What we get a lot is like, you can't see her mouth because she's holding it funny, so you can see her nose and eyes when she's talking. And we're like, how do you not know that's what you look like? There's an image of you on your screen, but whatever.
A House Party is strictly on the phone.
Okay.
Oh, it's on the phone.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to manage.
Yeah, that's good.
So what else are people doing for fun?
Fun.
Eating,
I'm still
Cruising.
able to write
I have
about
become a cruiser.
cooking,
Cooking.
Oh,
eating.
Eating, cooking.
A friend
Did
of
you
mine
say
gave me a
cooking?
sourdough starter.
I heard
I'm
cooking.
going into the world of sourdough.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
What were you saying, Wolf?
been able to get around on the scooter. I bought a new scooter once I came up here, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hold on. What happened with that motorcycle that you were too small for?
That one, I actually got into an accident with it in October of 2015. After an incident that involved a med flight between Reno and Oakland, I decided to stop riding it because I'm not
What?
going through that again.
A what fly?
A med
Had a
flight.
flight.
Like he got evacuated by a helicopter.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Did they cut off all your clothes with scissors?
No, fortunately, that was not
That's-
involved.
That's too
Although the
bad.
pilot was cute. The pilot was
Will this
cute
help with your
and-
copay? I have a $25 Amazon card. It's yours.
Oh, my
For your
God.
copay.
It was the best flight I was on. I mean, there was fully light black gurney and complimentary morphine. I was set.
Wow.
Free Wi-Fi.
That's amazing.
Complimentary morphine.
Oh, my God. That's terrible, Wolf.
Oh,
I knew that motorcycle. I bought a little tiny one that was
Mhm.
way underpowered for me, more like a scooter. And he
He had a
bought one
250, yeah.
that was too tall for him.
Did you have clean underwear?
I did have clean underwear. I am happy to inform you that the underwear remained unsoiled after the accident. So, yes.
I didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Well, glad you're okay.
I'm glad I'm
Yes,
okay
yes.
too.
Jeez.
Oh, my God.
So now you have a smaller scooter you get around town?
Yeah, it's about 150 cc.
Okay.
Scooter, so it doesn't go that fast.
That's a lot less than that other.
Yeah, it's less than the one that you have. You have a 250. This is just a 150.
I sold it.
Oh, you sold it. Okay.
It was
Wolf,
way
Wolf,
in the city.
wear
It was fine. Anything outside the city and the freeways, no way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
underpowered.
it's crazy.
No way.
so Wolf, when you're driving on your scooter, do you wear capris and go ciao,
Wow.
ciao?
No.
Bello.
More chance to do that if I had a
Pasta
Vespa.
fagioli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've gone on like 5 or 6 cruises
Oh.
since then.
Oh, that kind of cruising.
There's this guy named Arno, and he does Arno's Bear Cruises, and
Oh.
I've been to Italy, and where haven't I been? I've been all over the world.
Have you been?
And
to
you were
Munich?
on one, were you not, just before COVID, like in February or something?
Yeah,
Weren't you? Or yeah.
I think I'm kind of a cheap hotel guy. When you go on a cruise, you have like the day before and the day after. You usually have
Yeah.
to go to a
Especially in
hotel.
Europe, you want to get there a day early, whatever.
Yeah, and I just don't like spending money. Then in Arno always finds places are like $200 a night, and I'm like, I don't want to spend $200 a night. So with Kat, where's Clay? Woo, Kat. She introduced me to hostels. So
Plays that way.
He's in
I remember those
hostels,
episodes.
and so I've just been using hostels for one night before the cruise or one night after the cruise. They cost like
Okay.
Are the young kids like, why is Grandpa in the hostel?
Yeah, right. That was a concern of mine, but then there's people. Anyway, there was a guy from China that was sleeping above me.
Wuhan Joe.
And when I came back from Miami Beach, I found this awesome one that was right on the water. I got sick.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it was weird.
Did you get
The
corona?
weirdest thing I've ever had.
Oh my God.
The cough, but it was very mild.
So did you get your symptoms? Like, did you, I hate to ask this, but did you take your, did you bring your symptoms back to America, or was this all while you were in Europe?
Oh no, that cruise was in off the Miami coast. It was supposed to be,
Okay. So you weren't okay. All right.
Yeah, no.
Well, they've been.
Go ahead.
They've been saying that it's possible that COVID has been around for a couple years, and especially in California, and we just didn't know about it, and we didn't know, what it was named.
Yeah, the doctors just didn't know what to do with people.
Yeah,
Like, we don't know
they
why.
just thought maybe it was the flu or some influenza, or So I'm glad you're okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't get diagnosed.
Was
I could be absolutely totally wrong. It could have just been the flu, but it was mild because I'm on some,
Because you're Italian.
medication to keep people safe from things. And
Are you trying to say you're on prep?
yeah,
I'm on prep.
and
Fat lot of good it's doing me right fucking now.
Right.
Hey. You have somebody at home, at least.
but this is all theory. This is all like
Got it.
uneducated theory because it's like, what is it? It's an antiviral. So I'm thinking so I had a mild version, but I'm making that up. I don't know if it's true.
No, that's a good theory. I mean, some people were postulating that.
But yeah, you're a doctor, huh?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of prep work at the hospitals here to try to get ready and make sure we have what we need, but also finding out what works, what doesn't work, and so on. And there's that's one theory, being on an antiretroviral could be helpful. Some people say maybe it's not, but it could help from the lung thing maybe worsening. And there's other things they're looking at, but as we now learned, it's not good to recommend drinking Clorox bleach or
What?
And that's why what I've been doing, I've been stuffing Clorox wipes into my van because I'm not going to put the liquid in there, but the wipes you can kind of cut a hole and then just stash them, like stuff them down there. So that's what I've been doing.
Hey Bill, can we return that Clorox?
Oh, you listen to the president,
I
huh?
sent it to Trump.
Go to the Costco spill. Return all the Clorox.
What a maroon. It's a whole other conversation. We're in it's like I'm living in a nightmare, like the worst
It's
possible nightmare.
surreal.
Even before this.
Yeah, true that. But like, going to work now, we have all these tents and all these, it's like that on ET, when they
Oh,
were
yeah.
all having fun and the little girl was there, and then all of a sudden the spaceman came, and like it's really fucking weird. Like that's what it feels like at the hospital. Like it's strange, and every day it seems to get a little stranger. Because they're coming up with new things and this and that. So yeah,
Speaking of hospitals down where you live, Ron, I'm sure you know this, but if you get sick, don't go to Salinas Valley. Go to Chomp. That's where we took Bill's dad. Oh my God, that is an amazing hospital.
Yes, that's a very nice hospital. I don't work at Salinas Valley. I actually work at a couple other ones, and but they're all good. I have to say, the quality of the care is good down there. They're lucky to have several choices, and but with all this going on, who knows?
Have they tried to maybe get you to cut your beard?
Yeah, I trimmed it. I wear a N95, and then we have these things called pappers that just go over your whole head. So you don't have to actually wear a mask. I do typically. I'll wear both. But so for now, we have enough equipment. Our big concern is that if we get a big influx of people, we may run out of some of that equipment. And then it's like, you're just like putting a bandana. I'll be calling Clay for plastic bags.
I was surprised. I was at the post office on Friday, and the person at the post office, the postal worker who I sent my package with, she had this thing on that was like you'd see a riot police officer wearing, like a full face shield.
Oh yeah,
Like wow, you know,
like little glasses built in.
No, hers was like it was like a big hole for her face. You know what I mean? Like almost like an astronaut helmet, but it was more like a face shield.
Wow.
But it had sides. It was really like she kept asking me questions. You know how they're like, "Oh, do you need this and do you want this and whatever?" And I could hardly answer her because I was just staring at her. And I'm like, "Where did she get this contraption for her head?" Like, I don't know. And plus, I don't know about everybody else, but we're here. Like, the thing is, Walgreens, Safeway, they build these plastic barriers between you and the cashiers. So she was behind a plastic barrier, and her head was encapsulated, and I was like, "Wow, man!" I mean,
did you
I
did
guess
you
I
get
would
any
want that too if I were-
did you get any moon landing stamps while you were there, Dave?
No, that's great though.
They're awesome.
Yeah, I just had to mail a package. I had
Random.
blown off as long as I could.
Oh my God! Yesterday I went to get some tacos, and I forgot my wallet, and I didn't have my cards, and I tried to give the guy a $10 bill, and he's like, "Oh!" Like he was scared of the money, and it took me a minute to figure out. Oh, it's because they think that if you touch the money, that you're going to get the COVID.
That's a bit much.
It was a bit much.
I've seen it up here.
He's like, no, just take it. Just take it.
Oh, really? He lets you have it for free?
Yeah, let me have the tacos for free. But I actually was there this morning, so I ended up paying him back. But
that's nice of you. That's hilarious.
It took me. I couldn't figure out why the guy was acting like, because I always have cards. I never have cash, so it never even occurred to me.
I feel like years ago, wasn't it like at one point in this country illegal to not take cash? But that changed.
I don't think that was everything.
There was a thing where at some point in our history, and it's been while I've been alive,
Well,
you had business. You could take credit cards.
Oh,
you could not take just credit cards. You had to take cash.
Well, it says right there on the bill for all debts, tender for all debts legal about personal.
Right, but I believe that something changed, probably with assistance from the internet.
When I grew up,
I think in the early 2000s, where there's businesses now that can decline cash, or whatever. But
it used to be.
I somehow remember that.
Yeah, it used to be where I grew up. All the little Italian restaurants, cash only. You know, that's
Oh yeah, that's tax.
yeah,
Taxes.
yeah, yeah. It's a good way to pay whatever taxes you feel like. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I think things are going more and more to everything's going to be on some sort of card or your phone or whatever.
Mm.
You know.
Well, you're in the heart of it, Ron. Do you think it's ever going to end?
Yeah.
I will hold you to it.
No, I think this. I mean, we can learn a lot of lessons from having gone through HIV, for example, or you know, in that sort of era, you know, with the AIDS epidemic. That at first, AIDS was considered 100% fatal. You know, it was the gay plague and the gay cancer, and everybody who got it died. And then that went to some people died, and then it went to, you know, very few people died, and now it's Truvada, and now it's people live for a long time, right? So that was a quick timeline, but I mean, things changed considerably from the beginning until where we are today. And I'm really hoping that, one, our experience with HIV will give us knowledge that we wouldn't have had to attack this virus. So
Yeah.
we're
Guess what?
That's going to help us.
This curve is going to be really short compared to that one.
Well, exactly, and
Because straight people.
because straight people. But no, it's so I'm hopeful that we in several years this is not going to be a forever thing. But the important thing is to remember is like it's going to take time to get the capacity to treat patients and people with this. Like, so if the hospitals get overwhelmed, that means people who have heart attacks, traumas, strokes, they might get turned away or have to go elsewhere or have to wait. And so I think this sort of shelter in place and stay at home, I'm very hopeful that it's going to have some effect, you know.
But what does it really mean?
What does
Doesn't
what
it
really?
all really mean that we're all going to get it?
No. The percentage of people who get it is.
But no. But if we, the reason that we're staying in place so we don't get it and so we don't spread it is so not to overwhelm the hospitals. Doesn't that really mean that everybody's going to get it?
Well, I think the idea is that, you know, there will be a vaccine that will cut this off at some point, right? But, you know, I also asked the question, like, if this vaccine doesn't come out early next year, will it just be something we're doing for years and the curve is really flat and really long?
No. Here's what it's a numbers game. So you have, say, for example, the flu, and the flu every year affects 50 million people. Okay, we have about 40 million.
You just diagnose us all with the flu, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's say there's like 40 million people in the state of California, so that's like a whole state getting sick out of the United States, right? Of the people who get the flu, 0.1% will have very severe symptoms and maybe possibly die. So 0.1% of 54 million. That's what they're kind of anticipating with this. They're saying if it is as contagious as the flu, if it is as easily to catch as the flu, that means millions and millions of people will end up getting it. Now, they might have mild symptoms like what you had or what you thought you may have had. And not a lot of people are getting really sick. But if you take 1% now, not 0.1, but 1% of 54 million, that's enough to overload the hospital systems. So that's primarily the biggest concern. Well, obviously, we don't want people getting sick and we don't want people dying too. That's terrible. But we can't even treat them if our hospital systems are overwhelmed. So
you're not behind the whole herd thing then?
Herd what?
Herd immunity.
Oh.
That would overwhelm the system.
That's impossible. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to be possible. I mean, that's like saying the same thing with HIV, that everybody has HIV. That hasn't happened, and it's unlikely to happen. So it's unlikely that will ever be the case. But eventually, yes, there may be partial immunity. There might be, like you kind of get exposed to it. There's theories about that. But Mark was saying, hopefully we may have some vaccines, we may have some plasma treatments that they're experimenting with. There's some interleukin-6 cancer therapies that help so that the lungs don't get so inflamed. So if we can get to the point where people are going to the hospital, but maybe not dying or getting on the ICU, that's manageable, right? So that's kind of our
What
goal.
about the Clorox in the IV?
I think whatever Trump says, you should really check your head and your facts.
Let's do the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not him. But it's it's scary. It's for me, I spent the first week on sorry, but this is what's this going to mean? And I have to go to work in this every day, and then you just kind of.
Well, if there's no elective surgeries, are you doing the anesthesia, getting people onto the respirator? If you're an anesthesiologist?
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
and or sometimes we have emergency patients who have COVID who we don't know, right? They weren't diagnosed, but they happen to get in
You
an
have to treat
accident.
everybody as if they have it, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I have a commitment right now, so I'm gonna have to drop off.
Well, bye, Wolf.
Bye, Wolf.
Bye.
you.
So I can
Bye
stay
there.
longer. Hopefully we
Great
can do this
seeing
again
you.
sometime. Yeah.
It's like we're at work with the hard stop.
Yes,
Wolf is a hard
definitely.
stop.
Great seeing you, Wolf.
Great seeing you
Yep.
too. Everyone keep in touch, please.
Definitely.
Sure.
Okay, we're
All
going
right.
to do more. All right.
Is she gone yet? Can we talk
Bye-bye.
about her?
That is the thing I've really noticed on Zoom calls. As soon as a person leaves, there's got to be, if not immediate talking about them, there's immediate joking about them, talking about them.
Did you see what she was
Why you have
wearing?
to always
My
disconnect
God.
last.
She
He's
was
got
just
a
weird.
lot of help to move.
Hey,
Poly-
you're
Polyamorous.
talking about accidents and needing for surgery and stuff like that. When we were brainstorming topics, Vito, you were saying about how people have forgotten how to drive. Oh my fucking God. I don't know what it's like where you are, but 580, 880, and 101, people are driving like it's a slalom course. And we get behind the wheel of the car because, we've been doing a lot of work on Bill's dad's house to get it rented out, to help pay for all his care. And every time I get in the car, I'm like, listen, people are crazy. And the last place you want to be is in a hospital. So stay the fuck away from these assholes.
Yeah.
And there are so many of them. It's crazy.
Well, and people are on edge. You don't want to get somebody excited. Number one. Number two, people who may or may not have a fast car may also be named Ron Braun and like to drive really fast. It may have been me. That's all I'm saying. May have not been me. We're not all crazy. Some of us just wanted.
The freeway is not a
What kind of car
slalom
do you
course.
have?
So I'm not a driver, but are you saying that with the highways less crowded, there's just people driving recklessly?
Yeah.
Because you're just tempted to drive.
I thought it was called having fun.
I don't know. I would call it recklessly. I call it like they haven't driven in a while. So it's like they're either driving super slow or they're driving super fast.
Oh, and those people, yeah. They're too shy to be on the freeway. Stay on the surface streets.
How about how judgy people are with other people? Look at them. They're not wearing their mask or they're driving too fast. And she's gonna kill me with their COVID.
I'm all for driving fast, but again, the 101 is not a slalom course. Knock it off.
That's when the 101 is a nightmare.
Well, the new normal, right, is to wear your mask no matter where you go, right? Is that what you're finding?
I have to say, it sounds like to me in San Francisco anyway, there's no rule. The rules are you got to wear a mask when you're indoors in a public place. You got to wear it on transit, and you got to wear it when you're in line waiting to go into a public place. But I believe we're allowed to just walk on the sidewalks with that one, and I've been doing that because honestly,
you're allowed.
When I walk around with a mask on and I'm huffing and puffing, I'm like,
Yeah,
it's easier to breathe without the goddamn mask. I mean, I can stand in a supermarket line for an hour with a mask on, I'll be fine. But man, when I get on the streets and I'm lugging my bags, I'm like, oh, fuck this mask shit, I mean,
Gavin Newsom had said that if you're going to be out in public, you need to wear a mask.
Really? Because the city order has some loopholes, I guess.
it depends. Santa Cruz says that if you're exercising or if you're walking, you don't have to wear one.
Yeah, that's what it says for San Francisco, too.
Yeah. So Just don't stop. Just
Yeah,
keep
and that's exactly kind of my thought too. If I'm walking from
Going.
location to location, I can pull down the mask. You know.
Yeah, you
Um,
can.
yeah.
Especially if you're sweaty and you know.
Well,
I
it seems
think-
like here in beautiful Orange County, California, it's actually optional. In Riverside, they say it's not optional anymore. In LA County, they say it's not optional anymore. But if you go indoors, you put on a mask and you do social distancing. That's
Hey,
what you
Dave.
do. But what I've noticed is that
Oh.
now people are getting a little bit laxer. There's a lot more cars on the road,
Yeah.
and people are starting to not wear their masks. But anybody that works in a restaurant is wearing a mask.
Right.
That's-
Right.
Well, Dave, to what you were saying, I've gained a great appreciation for when I was stationed in Turkey, the women that used to have to keep their faces covered. When it was hot out, they would just let their face coverings hang down and they do their work. And if they heard a man covering coming, they go like this, right?
Oh wow.
And if they saw it was one of us, they'd be like, whatever. So
That's
That's
American
really
even.
interesting. Wow.
I hook this through my glasses, and so when I'm walking down the street like this, but if I have to pass somebody really close by, then I can just swing it up, you know.
I do
or
that
go-
too.
or
I
go
wear
into
a
the
full
store.
hijab now.
But
I wear
yeah,
the whole
so
thing.
it just stays
With the thing, I have a whole outfit.
You driving that
in the grocery
when you're
store.
slaloming down 101?
I put the top down. I have the things flowing, like things like this. I feel all piratey. I love myself as I'm doing it. I don't care what anybody says.
Do you put your extensions in so they can?
I put my weave in. I glue it on good. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of like, follow the rules. Like, there's a lot of insanity too. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of good science. There's a lot of quasi science going on. There's a lot of do this, but don't do this, and it's like, I think we have to, do our best. Take it, some of it with a grain of salt, and just take every day at a time. Realize that it's fluid. Things are going to change. Life is like that. Like Clay was saying, like, you're living, all of a sudden you have an embolism or something, There's not one of us that knows that we're going to be alive tomorrow. Exactly, right? We could think that. We could say, oh, yeah, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and do all these things, but we'll be like millions of other people who don't have that opportunity. So for me, this is really forcing me to just be like, I have today. What is today? I get up. Oh, I'm alive still. I don't know, like, just try to get the most out of each day and not let this fear or this worry about this so-called future, get in the way.
You're in the thick of it, so.
Yeah, I kind of have to, not to, so that I don't, but.
So you don't go crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
But another thing that's happening here in Orange County is last week and a half, nobody's letting anybody go inside the restaurants now.
That's how it is.
They're
here.
doing curbside delivery.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been like
Curbside.
that for weeks.
They have a
here.
table in front of the doors. You can't
Yeah.
go inside anymore.
That's
that's how
new
it is
there. They
here.
just rolled that out there.
It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Wow. That's
Oh my god.
We can still go into a lot of restaurants, but the tables are either removed or the chairs are removed or whatever, and it's just a waiting area. That's all, for your to-go order.
Well, it was like that, and then it had. I want to find out what it's like in San Francisco, Dave, in a second. But they put like things in front of the counter so you can't get close.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, now it's a table blocking the door, and a lot of curbside service if it's food. So what's it
I mean,
like?
that's where we've been at for a while, basically. You have most restaurants that are still open, which is not a lot. They have a table in front of the door or a table just inside the door to keep people out. But like Clay said, I know some smaller places, like there's a deli near my office that I used to have lunch at all the time. And then I've been going into my office once a week to get the mail and stuff, and I stop there. And what they do is they have like their chairs up, so you can't sit, but you can go in there, order at a counter, and wait in there. And
sophisticated.
they try to get people to wait outside, but
Specialized stickers, like custom stickers on the floor.
Oh yeah, there's all of that. Yeah, we got that
Mhm.
everywhere. Yeah, that are like, and actually at Safeway across the street, there many of the aisles are one way only. There's signs on the floor saying, one way only, so that you can't cross people in the aisle. I mean, I guess you can pass someone.
Oh yeah, arrows on the
Okay.
ground in sticker form.
I have
Yeah,
to say,
directions and everything.
as
Yeah.
a big guy who has spent the last 20 years like trying to be very conscious of not bumping into people,
Oh yeah.
which happens a lot. I'm not the most graceful big guy. I kind of love it. I'm like, oh my God. I do.
You're not a
I'm
bull
not-
in a china shop anymore? Is that what
Yeah,
you
like I, honest to God, I was doing shopping today for a couple of days, and like I always kind of like tried to make myself like a little geisha girl, you know, like trying to like be and maneuver, and I look ridiculous. I feel ridiculous.
That's what Ron reminds me of, a geisha girl.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking the same thing.
That's been bugging me for years.
But now
Tim, what's
I
it like
think-
where you live?
I love it.
You know, I haven't tried to go out to any restaurant. I've had,
Just
I've ordered some stuff through DoorDash, but I haven't actually tried to go to a restaurant. I mainly just pick up, you know, easy to fix stuff from the grocery store. You know, grocery stores are open, hardware stores open, Target's open.
Do you have any pets there to keep you company?
No.
trouser shame?
James' nephew had lived with James since before James and I met, and had been living, you know, going to college, stuff like that. But he actually moved out on March 16th. So, like, right as the whole shelter in place
Yeah, the shelter in
started.
place started the 17th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right when that started, it's like all of a sudden I'm living by myself.
Wow.
So it's like, fuck me.
I wish I was sheltering with this one.
What's
Oh,
that?
yeah, we
I
forgot
miss
to
her
say
so
that
much.
Scarlett passed on.
Aw,
If you're a
I'm
long-time
sorry.
listener.
What happened?
Their faces.
When did that
First-time caller,
happen?
long-time listener.
She had mast cell tumors like more than half her life, and
Oh.
it was odd. The ones that we thought for sure were going to get her didn't, and there was just this little one on her side that just got really angry, and it just went crazy. And so, yeah.
Sorry for that.
No, I appreciate that. It was, you know, you were talking, you know, Tim, you were talking about resisting taking, you know, antidepressants and stuff.
Yeah.
When I knew the end was coming with Scarlett, I realized I have to do something, get myself ready.
Was she your antidepressant?
Oh, absolutely. That dog literally saved my life on more than one occasion.
Oh.
You know, there's no doubt about it. So I knew when she was leaving, and I knew her time was short. I thought, I got to do this, you know. So I focused, and it was good, and I was ready, and you know, I dealt with it. And the loss was challenging, but I will say this as an aside. I started getting my health care through the VA, and one of the best thing that they did for me is they sent me to a mindfulness class, and let me tell you, that is very powerful stuff. So I'm sort of a mindfulness cultist. If you have any questions about it,
I'm here with you. I do that
okay,
too.
good.
I
And
learned how to
keeps-
meditate.
Oh, good.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
It's really
It's all in the same family. It's just, you know,
It is.
making the choice to pay attention. And, you know, now here's the tricky part. Without judgment, really? That's like my native language.
You know, it's funny. That's a difficult practice, you know, because I when I started the sort of non-judgment, you know, kind of looking around, and it's like your thoughts are kind of like constantly wanting to label something or wanting to say good or bad, you know.
Yeah.
And it is difficult, but as you practice it, it's a lot easier. It's like a lot less mental exhaustion in some way too. Like it sort of, I don't know, but that is the tricky part.
What are we talking about now?
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness and non-judgment. I remember one time I went out in San Francisco. I'm like blind. I have a contacts, you know, but I went out without my contacts or glasses, and that was really easy to non-judge everybody, because everybody looked like a blob, you know. I'm like, oh, that's a pink blob, that's a blue blob.
Yeah, when you can't see anything.
Yeah, it was great.
Really, it wasn't like, well, I don't like that shade of blue.
Probably when Ron looked in the mirror and realized he decided he was a geisha girl. Right?
Yeah, I do look like a geisha
Inside.
girl. I was so
I can't
excited.
see. I'm a geisha girl.
I'm beautiful! Oh my God, I'm so gorgeous!
Oh, I need that prescription for the opiates, by the way, Ron.
And Ron was saying before,
Can you give me that?
there's this phenomenon where people
No?
around you
Oh.
don't
I'll
notice
give
your size.
Something
You know,
else.
Damn,
What's
it's
that,
all
Dave?
controlled now. No opiates, right?
Well, I've also been, I feel like, moving down here, I was really feeling like, okay, how am I going to practice anesthesia, for 20 more years, and that's when I started doing mindfulness, and I started doing, looking into taking care of myself, and I started acupuncture and massage and, all sorts of like non-Western, maybe typical ways.
Mm. Have you ever been to this is one of my little hobbies, going to a Korean spa.
Oh my God. There's an amazing one in San Diego called the U Spa.
You spa.
Yeah, just north of San Diego, like 10 minutes. It's amazing.
There-
I got the body scrub.
Amadeus Banya. Have you been to that one?
Archimedes Banya?
Archimedes Banya in San Francisco?
I know it, but I've not been down 3rd Street somewhere, right?
It's Hunters Point area. I
Yeah,
think.
down that way.
Yeah.
That's a Russian spa. Yeah, I've been there.
Well, it's a combination of all of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
But yeah, most Russian. They gave me. I'd said I never had caviar before, and they gave me free caviar. And I hate seafood and fish.
And you liked it?
No, it was horrible.
Oh yeah, I don't like
But
caviar.
I couldn't not eat it because they were giving it for free and trying it.
You're like, oh, this is so good.
The Russian men would drink the vodka. They would.
Is so good. Bless your heart. Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun. Have you ever had a body scrub?
I did a couple times.
You play?
No, I was with you when you got beaten with the birch branches. There.
Oh my God, with that hot Russian guy.
Oh, see.
Oh, Tim, you ever had a body scrub, a full body scrub?
I think we've heard.
No,
about
I
that, Tim.
haven't. The only
Shut
time
up,
I've done
Tim.
like that. What?
Did we talk about this before?
No, it's just that Tim keeps talking too much. I think he knows somebody to speak.
No,
That was a joke.
So it's a little Korean man, sometimes with his shirt off, and he gets like a loofah thing and scrapes all the dead skin off your body.
Every part of your body.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
No,
I had it
never
like,
done that.
I had a pedicure or whatever, and they do it all over your feet and all over your calves, and it's pretty effective. I think it's like a sugar scrub or something. I don't know, but it's great. I can only imagine a full body one. I think it'd probably freak me out. But
they get your scrotum, lift your scrotum up, scrub you,
really,
put it back down again. Some of them handle it differently. Some of them put a towel around your junk and just kind of shift it around while they're cleaning.
They do a lot of shifting, but I've done it a couple times, and I have to say, like, it really, there's something about it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's magic or anything, but you just feel really rejuvenated. It's like you got power washed or something.
Oh, it's amazing. Did they go to you like they did to me? They go, "You big." Big.
Yeah, I
think my life.
I guess I'm gonna have to get a big tip for this one.
In Turkey, when they scrub you and they get the dead skin, they show it to you like every time.
Really? Like, I love your turkey bath stories.
Choke gazelle.
They're good. His Turkish baths and turkey stories.
Choke gazelle.
Anyway. Well, this is awesome, guys. So, you want to do more episodes again?
Yeah.
I would totally do it. I got nothing going on.
I have zero going on.
Tim?
Yeah, I'm in.
I have geisha class on Friday evening.
But to be clear, Ron is teaching the class. Like,
oh my God! How to be a geisha, a gay geisha, just a drag geisha.
Is it sponsored by the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence?
Oh no, this is the different. No, I have nothing. I really have nothing.
Well, this is totally unformatted, just a catch up episode. We start doing them again. It'll be like we did before, with the spreadsheet. and we have our segments. Clay's really good at that part, and we'll get that whole thing again with the different, you know, a real.
You're thinking
format.
just through Zoom like this?
Just through Zoom like this, yeah.
Not just through Zoom like
What
this.
about house party?
Well,
We can
meaning
have
like
play
we're not.
games.
Well,
House
yeah, I
party,
mean
what?
everybody's everywhere, so
You said house party. We can play games.
It's true, but
nobody wants to see that on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
No recording, so.
No, I think it's great, and then you know, I was really happy. I'm glad you guys popped up, and like I said,
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to pay attention.
no, I think there's so much to talk about. You know, we could do this forever. So,
All right, we need to talk about the elephant in the room here real quick. What's up with fucking Clay and his carrot top props?
Carrot top props.
Okay. You want props? Hold on a second.
Oh boy.
Oh, what did I start?
Clay completely misinterpreted your question.
No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
you
want
want
to
props?
see-
You're like, no, I want an explanation.
No, we don't want to see your underwear.
I was wrapping up, but apparently not. Well, I have a skin regime. I haven't aged a day.
You look great, Vito.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I can't.
Oh, you know
say-
what? I did happen across the videos that we took from, I can't remember the name, the guy from Skin 360, when he came in, like waxed our our nostrils.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
I happened across the videos that I shot with my phone
Would you
for
send
that
them to me?
episode.
Send them to me. I'll put. I already have one of
Somebody
Clay.
waxed your nostrils?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guy came
I
in.
already have one of Clay up.
You know, there are other episodes besides the one you're on, Dave.
To be clear, I was on 4, but no, I'm just fascinated. That sounds really painful. I mean, when I trim my own nose hairs, I'm always like, ow, fuck. I mean,
Not though.
No,
Not.
this-
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
If you
I
do
don't
this like
trust
time
this at
or you
all.
pull,
I
yes.
feel like this is a trap.
That's not trap.
no,
It's a trap.
there's like specific like rules or suggestions, like don't pick your nose for 24 hours afterwards and blah blah.
Okay.
You know stuff like that. But it's like it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Interesting.
I've
Wow, I
had it done after that and before that.
We could
Oh,
do
I haven't done it since.
home waxing kits, you know, on the episode.
With a popsicle stick.
I'm going
Anyway,
to show you guys my COVID hair.
It looks good.
It actually looks not crazy because I keep my hair really short, but this is like the longest my hair has been in like forever.
It looks good.
It's actually
Oh, well,
behaving right now. I'm surprised. Usually it's all sticking up, but
My hair
Well,
looks
Ron had this full like
Look at
Cupid
that.
doll thing.
Look at that
up,
going
you've
on.
got serious business. You've got I don't have any hair on top of my head. You look like a cockatoo.
Ron, you're not coloring, right?
down.
That's all natural color.
Yeah. This I still. I mean, obviously I don't know, but somehow I still have.
The waves are incredible.
Thanks, but like this, I don't dye anything. I'm too lazy. I'm vain, but too lazy.
Well, we'll talk about beards another one. So, well, thanks.
So
guys.
is Vito the only one that actually colors his beard?
Say it again.
Are you the only one that actually colors your beard?
I guess so.
Clay, Dave?
Clay,
No?
he's not-
Girlfriend, you're not supposed to ask girls that. No,
Oh, I would answer truthfully, but I don't. I'm too lazy
this
to
weave
color
is
them.
paid for.
Like I said, it goes
I heard you still had a few payments.
I was thinking about like being Santa Claus and making money being Santa Claus.
Yeah, why
I hate
not?
Children. So
You hate children?
yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work.
You could be a pet
Yep.
Santa Claus.
A
Do
pet
pets or
Yeah, I have
you
a
could
friend
do
who
the
does that
kinky
for
Santa?
pets. Or Kiki
Ah.
Santa. You can do that all in one day.
I gotta look into that.
And then
Do that.
Kiki and you
Yeah.
can do a Zoom Santa.
Zoom in. Oh my god, you're right. We'll see what's going on at the
You
time.
might need to do a better background for that. Though, Vito.
Virtual. By that
Yeah.
time, we'll figure out how to do the
Hey,
Maybe
background.
Santa.
Ron, real
Hello,
quick, turn
little
off
boy.
your
What would you like?
wallpaper
Would you
real
like some
quick. I want to
candy?
see that thing behind you. What's that painting?
Oh, that's
Caught my
a
eye.
painting I made.
Is that an evil eye right there? Or is
That
that Oh no, that's the eye of the creature.
No,
it looks,
no. This
it
one?
looks like a Turkish evil eye. That's what caught my eye.
Oh
I
no!
like that.
See, it's an Alabrige.
Okay.
See the face?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is, but I guess I do now.
It's like one of those. I'll show you. Hold on.
Mythical
This will
creature.
make sense. In 1
I
second.
keep trying to wrap up, and it doesn't.
It's never going to end. Is it? Sorry.
The host has left the recording.
I'm wondering if this is even going to make it onto YouTube.
No, it'll make it. I'll put it up.
No.
I wonder
But
how many people are actually going to watch. It's like, oh my god, I
Hmm?
can't believe I sat through that
What's this
whole
guy?
thing.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, I like
See?
it.
It's
Oh,
it's my version of it, but I just like did a painting of it.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you know what an Alabrige is from Oaxaca,
No.
Mexico? Has any of you seen that movie Coco, that Disney movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what these are.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Except they came to life in the video, and they
Okay. Cool.
I'll have to watch that again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
it
I'll
makes
send
me cry every
Vito, I'll
time.
send you a picture of some evil eyes, and you can put that up next to a picture of Ron's.
Yeah. No, I have an evil eye. I have one of those too, the Greek ones.
All right, everybody, do your reactions with a thumb up or a clap, and we'll sign off. Oh, he's got a real one. Dave's got a real
There's oh,
one.
yay.
Yay!
Jazz hands.
All right,
Jesse.
boys. We'll
Bye,
see you later.
guys.
Later,
All
See you
right.
guys.
next Tuesday.
Good to see y'all.
See you next
Bye.
Tuesday.
See you
You
next
too.
Tuesday.
No one wants to leave. No one wants to get talked about.
Yeah,
It's
bye.
gonna be me. And
Oh, they're
Wait,
dropping
what?
like flies.
Oh, bye. Okay.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh, just me. Visit us at bearelement.com.